Hi YouTube, my second video. I'm gonna talk to you before I eat, before I look all bloated and stuff. I had a good chest day at the gym, so I'm proud of myself. I accomplished 130 dumbbells, 8 reps. I did that 2 times and then I fell down to like 4 reps, so I had to drop the weight. But anyway, how you doing, guys? If y'all don't know, Philly just had their Black Gay Pride. A lot of people don't know that, gay people have different prides. It's regular pride and there's Black Gay Pride. That's usually in urban cities where there's a large black population. So Philly had theirs during the pin relays. If you don't know what that is, Google it, because I don't want to get off topic. But during the pin relay weekend, the last weekend in April. So, I had a party Friday here at the house. It went well, whatever. But when I went to a party Saturday, the Fern Party, shout out to y'all guys. Great place. It was in West Philly. I had to travel all the way across town. Unfortunately, I picked public transportation in a little bit of cold because my car just broke down. I had to get rid of it. So I'm on the bus. It sucks. But, it'll come back. I'll get a whip. But anyway, so I went to the Fern Party. It was packed. It was crazy. It was 2-level warehouse, gigantic area. Beautiful, clean, nice. I just thought it was a little crazy that it was only one way in and one way out. I didn't seem to see any fire exits or nothing like that. So that freaked me out. Also, it was a good price, $20, and I did stand in line, but not for long. I guess we got there early. I ran into a friend in New York. We talked or whatever, from New York, and we talked or whatever. But I went out to socialize, man, for real. I wanted to go out and meet somebody new, talk to people. It wasn't about picking somebody up, even though, I'm a man, just like straight dudes, I like to have sex. I hope I pick up something hot and go home with it or whatever. But the main reason was just to meet somebody new, just somebody to talk to. So I just can't understand, I want to talk about insecurity and confidence. I noticed, which is funny about, I'm not going to talk about white gays because I'm black. And I'm not going to sit up here and lie. I don't hang around white gays. I don't really have any white gay friends. Not saying that I have anything against white people or gay people. I do not. I can talk to anybody. I love all cultures. But I'm not going to sit up here in front like, oh yeah, I got a white friend. I don't have any. Well, I kind of got a white gay friend through a friend, but he's not my close friend. But, and he messes with nothing but black guys. So, whatever. So, all I know in the black community, at least on the East Coast, because I've been to Philly, DC, all that stuff, I've noticed lately, I don't know if this is a new thing, but it's like, why do guys, gay men, black men, go to social places to only socialize with their friends? So you got like 4 or 5 guys, they come. Most people, they come to the party by themselves. I'm like the only screwball that goes places by himself. I don't need a friend to go places. I just go. I don't feel insecure or nothing like that. So, it's guys there. They going with their friends, having a good time. They want to drink or whatever. But I just like, it's like they only stay with each other and they use each other as a security blanket. And, I don't, somebody might take this to offense, but this is a good analogy. This only analogy I can think of is that, they're like females. You know how girls, they all go to the bathroom together. They all go to the bar together. They stay together in a pack, like to protect themselves, and cop block. Because that's what women are really doing to each other. So, I don't understand. I see, most of the guys there were not my type. They were either too soft, out of shape. I just wasn't feeling it. Nobody was really sparking my interest. Didn't have a flavor or poise or class or, I ain't going to say swagger because I say swagger's for boys. Class and poise is for men. But nobody was like catching my eye like that. It was a few dudes with nice bodies, like a handful of them. But, I was a little reluctant to go talk to them because they seemed to hover around their friends. And every time I was about to go speak to them, they moving with their friends. So eventually I got tired of it because I was, the music wasn't that good to me. Most of the crowd there was 25, late 20s, early 30s. You know what I mean? And the DJ, she was playing like Chris Brown and Drake. I'm not a fan of this new music. I'm sorry, I just can't. You know what I mean? She threw on Flip Side and Big. I loved it, but she talked through half the song and cut it. I guess she from New York. So, you know, I wasn't feeling it. So I was like, because I like to go out to a club or a party to dance and socialize. I love to dance. I used to dance at the Warehouse. I don't know if anybody remember that. Back in the Bronx, I used to go up there faithfully almost every other weekend. And I would get on that dance floor 11 o'clock. Nobody be on the dance floor. And I'd be the first one dancing. I don't even drink. I don't need no drink, no smoke, no weed, nothing. I would dance and get crazy and would not get off that floor till 4. My thighs and quads be so pumped and hurting. The next day I could hardly walk. But anyway, so, you know, it was this one dude. He's brown skinned, a little bit taller than me, nice little bod. He had a tank top on, but, you know, it's like 40 degrees outside. I guess he did that to show off. But it looked good. So I went over there, spoke to him. I said hi to his friends. I said, my name is CJ. Introduced myself to all 4 of them. You know, I was like, can I borrow your friend for a minute? You know what I mean? And he was like, well, I'm here with my friends. I said, I understand. I'm not going to stop you from dealing with your friends. I just want to talk to you for a second. So I pulled him aside. He talked for me in a minute. Ultimately, the conversation went back. I gave him some compliments. We went back and forth. But he was like he was trying to like hurry me up and get away from me because he was with his friends. So, you know, I let him go because I'm not going to hold you. If you're not attracted to me, I'm fine with that. I'm not everybody's cup of tea. I'm not everybody's action figure, whatever you want to call it. So I let him go, you know, talk to his friends, you know, and I basically most of the night just chilled up against the wall with a nice shirt, tight t-shirt on and just with some nice jeans and chilled. So I waited about an hour and a half, talked to my boy from New York when he was walking back and forth, and I left. It was just whack. And I just don't understand, like, why do dudes come on out to sociable? This has happened in other prides too. Like, I've wanted to Sizzle in the past, you know, the prize in Atlanta, all this, you know, New York, and they just do not want to socialize. And then when I walk up to them and speak to them as a human being, you know what I mean? I get a little fresh on a sneak tip, but I don't really like, you know, I don't put my hands on them or get nasty or disrespectful. I might say some crazy stuff like if he really hot, I'll be like, if you give me a chance, I'll lick you from head to toe, but I don't get too crazy. So it's like, you know, I just don't understand why y'all come to sociable places, gay black brothers, why do y'all come to sociable places only socialize with your friends? But then I hear them online, you know, on A for A, Jack, oh, I'm looking for the Mr. Right, I'm looking for this, I want somebody special, I want somebody deep. Well, to me, the best way to meet a dude is to meet him face to face, right in the street, you know what I mean, the club. You know what I mean? If you're just going to hang out with your friends, then stay home, save your money, go get a bottle of vodka and turn some music on and just chill in your house. I used to do it with my housemate that's going. You know what I mean? Now he in San Francisco. You know, that's he would drink. I don't drink. But, you know, that's why go out to a club and spend $8 on a drink when you can go get a whole bottle of vodka for $10 and some Kool-Aid and get down. And you can invite 5 dudes over and have fun and see what happens. That don't make any sense to me. You know what I mean? And now when I get on the internet, it's even worse. You know what I mean? Because it's like you get on A for A, I'm on A for A, you know what I mean? And I'm on Jack as the app on the phone. You know what I mean? And I get dudes hitting me up with no face pic. I tell you, I do not like that. Now, if you have your reasons why you don't want your face pic, you DL, or you don't want your other gay friends to know that you look for dudes on a pickup site, I'm like, how the fuck are we supposed to meet dudes? I cannot walk down the street and pick up a dude. I mean, I could walk down the street and say to a dude, what's up? I think you hot. I've done it in the past. One time it ended ugly. The other 2 times the dudes got really uncomfortable and they skedaddled away from me. So I don't do that anymore because it can get very dangerous. But dudes don't walk up to me in the street and say, oh, what's up? You hot, CJ? Because, you know, I don't have the stereotypical look of a homosexual. So, you know, I got women talking to me in the street. You know what I mean? But I ain't got no dudes. So it's like, it's crazy. So I just don't understand that. Like, you know, why get on these, you know, why go out there and just bullshit? I don't understand it. Then when we get on the sites, you know, you got the dudes in face. Like this one boy, he hit me up. You know, he 24 and he doesn't have no face pic. It says on my profile, if you do not have a face pic, I will not answer it. Now, if you want to unlock your pic so I can see your face, I'm fine with that. You know what I mean? You don't want what's going on. But to me, that's a big insecurity. I'm 35. My face is on there. My face is on FA. You know, my pictures are unlocked. My pictures on Jack. They there. You can see my face. I have no problem showing you who I am. I'm a man. My grandfather, you know, God rest his soul, my grandmother, they raised a man. So that's what I am. You know what I mean? I don't understand they talking about why I'm on a DL. What fucking straight people, like the straight dudes in your block, they be like, let's download a gay app and let's see who's a fag around here so we can make fun of them. Nobody does that. Straight men don't know this exists. They don't even know this stuff exists unless I talk about it now. You know what I mean? I got females at my job. When they would ask me what I'm doing on my phone during my break, I would tell them. They would be amazed that we even have this stuff. You know what I mean? They have no knowledge of it. And they don't go down downloading it, looking at it. They looked at it on my phone. But they, you know, come on. Straight people living their lives. So, you know, who gonna be on there? To me, if you hiding, really, that's the sign of you a little bitch. Because what it is that you messing with some how you doings, you know, little soft dudes that talk too much. Am I saying that all soft dudes do that? But, you know, we got some men that want to mimic the ghetto ratchet females and they want to run their mouths too much. And these dudes probably know them or dealt with them and they don't want their business out there. Well, you know what did I say? Control your hoes. Because I mess with dudes. They don't talk about my business unless I say so. Now, I got a few that have walked around saying, you know, he can lay good pipe. You know what I mean? He got this. That's really him in the pictures. That's good advertisement for me, buddy, because that's somebody else that might hit it that I might want to hit. But, you know, it's like, what the fuck? I don't understand it. And it seems like in the gay black community, we have so much insecurity. But you know what? It's really a hole as black men because we see our white counterparts with all this power and money. And a lot of us that come from very little see us down here and they feel like, oh, well, I don't have much. So they don't have much confidence, or they're really arrogant and have to spit on somebody to make themselves feel better. You know what I mean? It's like no one can get a healthy balance. A lot of people say to me, you're very confident, you're very headstrong. You know, like my boy, he used to give me flyers to his parties, and I used to walk the floor. And I ain't gonna lie, I'm not being arrogant, not at all. I used to walk the floor, and dudes used to move out of my way. I was amazed. But I was just being me. That's what I am, you know what I mean? And I just have that energy. I know everybody can't be, you know, all the time. I'm not really I'm just cool and just do my thing. But, you know, it's like, you know, have some self-worth. You know what I mean? It's like, what are you doing out here? You're wasting your life. You know, you got brothers straight and gay. You know, you hesitate on opportunities. You know, you wouldn't believe how much my life is enriched by the people I've met. I got a homie, Trey. I want him to be my guest on one of my videos real soon. I lived with him in his house. This is his house. Young boy. He's a 21 and he bought a house at 21. Me and him met and we friends. I met him through my ex. Yo, man, my life is enriched more because I know him. Not because I'm staying here or whatever. It's because he has a kindred spirit like me. You know what I mean? I can relate to him because he reminds me of myself 10 years ago. You know what I mean? And he's an intelligent dude and he has a lot going for himself, even if he don't know it or not. I've met some of his friends, you know what I mean? Like Robert, shout out to you, you know what I mean? And I've met so many people, like, you know, young ladies. When I went to New York, this lady, she just started talking to me in a restaurant because I was sitting at the bar by myself. We had a great conversation. I had a number and we hung out. You know, that's how you get connections in life. That's how you go places. You know what I mean? Like, as black people, you know, we are second rate in America, kind of, you know what I mean? When it comes to opportunity. So the only way to get better is to look out for each other. So that's just the same way in relationships. You're never going to find anybody decent or meet decent people in your life unless you A, work on yourself, B, go out there and present yourself like a respectful gentleman and do what you gotta do. You're gonna be just this punk walking around in all these nice clothes and 15 tattoos and you like, oh, I don't talk to nobody, everybody talk to me. That's fucking arrogant and stupid. You know what I mean? Because that turns people off. People don't want to hear that. Then, or you want to be a little punk in the mirror, in the corner, hiding in the corner. I'm going to just sit here and nobody talks to you. I'm too scared. You know, you miss out on life. You know what I mean? If you want something, go get it. You know what I mean? It's just that simple. You know what I mean? I'm trying to make moves. I'm trying to do what I got to do. But, you know, it takes time. It don't happen overnight. But it's going to happen for me because I'm going to keep trying to the day I die. So, I just don't understand, like, why there's such, you know, I can't really, you know, black men in general, I really ain't gonna talk about too much straight people with women because I'm not straight and I don't have any straight male friends. But I know black gays, like, where's the confidence? You know what I mean? Like, I remember when I was 21, maybe it's because I was smaller, I looked young and stupid. You know, guys would walk up to me and start talking to me in the bar, in the club. You know what I mean? Introduce themselves. We have a conversation, go out to coffee or dinner. You know what I mean? And it might turn into something. Today, no. I just see people hanging with their friends. Nobody talk. But when they behind that screen on the phone or on a pad or on a computer, oh, they got a million things to say. I've been cursed out online about my opinions, this and that. But when y'all in person, you have nothing to say to nobody. There's no conversation. There's no exchanging of ideas. Nothing. And I just don't understand that. It saddens me, really. Because, brothers, you're beautiful. We're all beautiful. We all bring something to the table if we cultivate who we are, our personalities. You know what I mean? I just don't understand. Like, yo, help me out. What needs to be, you need to look in the mirror and get yourself together. You know, this is why I don't date anybody right now. You know, in my point in my life, I've had my fill of relationships, and I don't want to date anybody no more. Because, you know, I feel like I always love brothers first. You know, I've dated out of my race, Asian, Latino, you know. I've had sex out of my race too. You know, Asian, Latino, a few others, whatever. But that's why I won't date, is because I just feel like a lot of them brothers, they lack confidence. And that's a really big turnoff. Because my thing is, when I see that that little piece of insecurity that you're trying to hide under that fake clothes or whatever you're doing, you know, that just breeds a lot of problems. I have messed with dudes that come off like they cool, whatever, and they insecure. And when I get in a relationship with them, they, where you going, CJ? Blowing up my phone. I can't do that. I can't do that. You know what I mean? So that's why I just be myself. You know, maybe one day somebody will come along and, you know, it might be special, but I ain't looking for it. I'm doing me, and I'm trying to make myself better and make moves in life and be financially secure. Because, you know, when I close these eyes for the last time, you know, I want to say that I traveled the world. I did something. You know, I brought happiness to people's lives by doing kind things for them. I'm not going to waste my life trying to look for somebody. I don't need nobody to complete me. But that's a big reason, you know what I mean? I just had a gentleman online hit me up, and he seems like he was older. He got upset because I didn't want to, you know, meet him. I told him you're not my speed. He isn't, and it's not his age, because I messed with older men before. You know what I mean? I didn't find him physically attractive. He's not really in shape. And his real talk, you know, I'm more lean towards men more into shape. You know what I mean? I mess with little slim dudes and dudes with a little weight on them too. Because only 2 of my exes out of the 7 that I've had in my life are muscular. The rest are very different shapes and colors and sizes. You know, so I'm not shallow in that retrospect. But right now, I ain't gonna lie. I'm 35 years old. I'm getting older. I just, you know, if you're not into fitness, it ain't gonna work. It ain't gonna work. You know, you ain't gotta be swollen big or whatever. But, you know, just be in shape. You know what I mean? When you just let your body be whatever, that's kind of a reflection of how lazy you are and how you feel about yourself. Because if you won't keep your temple upkeep of your temple, then, you know, that's a reflection on your personality. Every little thing gives you a glimmer of people's personality. You know what I mean? So, you know, I don't want, rather, you know, I'd rather meet dudes that's more in shape or whatever, or, you know, even nerdy dudes I met, you know, they not really in shape, they be skinny or something, but, you know, at least we can hang out and talk about Star Trek and that bull crap. But, yeah. So anyway, YouTube, I got my dinner over here. I'm about to eat it, you know what I mean? But I just wanted to talk about the insecurities and stuff like that, because it's just crazy. I just do not understand, like, why all of us are like scared little mice. Like, oh, I don't want to talk, you know what I mean? They like the roaches when the lights come on, poof, oh, he's looking at me, I don't want to talk. Go over there and talk to somebody. Like, what can you say? I'm like, I've had dudes tell me they not attracted to me because I ain't 6 feet tall. I had dudes tell me I'm too dark. I'm too hairy. Well, I shaved my chest recently. I'm too hairy. I'm hyper masculine. I don't even know what that means, but I've been called that. Some dude said I'm hyper masculine, too masculine for him. You know what I mean? And, you know, it's just, I've been rejected for many things. I mean, yes, it didn't feel good to be rejected, but I'm like, whatever. Actually, it didn't bother me but a little bit. Some of them didn't bother me at all. Because I'm like, oh, well, you know, everybody ain't gonna like me. And I don't care, you know. I was raised by my grandmother, you know, be a leader, not a follower. And that's just what I'm going to be. I'm not going to sit up there and, you know, do what everybody else do. I'm just tired of dudes being so basic. Everybody's so basic. You know, look within yourself and cultivate your personality. On one hand, I'm a nerd. I like video games, Star Trek, sci-fi, anime, all this stuff. On the other hand, I'm a gym boy. You know what I mean? Usually, those two things are not in the same vessel. But they are. That's what makes me not really relatable to a lot of other people. They might have this, but other parts lack. Or they might have this, and this is just not even existing. So it's whatever. But thanks for listening. I'm gonna try to get, you know, some other guest stars. I got like 2 guest stars already I want on my channel, so we can have some banter back and forth, because, you know, do y'all really want to hear me rant by myself all the time? Because, you know, I go off. It's my little brother. Shout out to Lil Ty, my little brother. He said he's proud of me for doing this. And he said I rant a little bit, but I do. So I'm going to try to get some other dudes, you know, from different walks of life, younger, older, so we can go back and forth and make this, you know, a real conversation, you know what I mean? And, you know, so it won't feel one-sided, because, you know, I don't have all the answers. I'm still a child of the universe. You know what I mean? I'm still just a man. You know what I mean? And I'm not going to pretend like I know everything. And I'm not going to say everything I feel or think is right. You know what I mean? But, you know, this is how I live my life, and I have my beliefs. But other people have beliefs, and I'm very curious to hear those things. And I want to share my friends, you know, and associates I know with you guys. So, you know, you can see that, you know, the people I know are very well rounded, and they bring a lot to the table. And, you know, sometimes you be like, you know, that does kind of make sense, you know. So, whatever. So, thank you for watching my video. Love you, YouTube followers and stuff like that. I just came from the gym. I shaved my chest, so I guess I'll show it off a little bit. Yeah, my keloid scars from an accident. I ain't gonna get into it, but that's me, chest. I'm trying to get leaner. I'm got a little water in me or whatever, but I'm gonna try to do a flex video with good lighting. But, you know. So, thank you. Goodbye, good night, whatever, good morning, whenever you watch this. You know what I mean? And see you next time. Peace.